Hey everyone, I'm Weston Summers. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, and I hope you check out some other videos while you're here. This is a new product sent to us. This is extremely cool, and I'm excited to review. This is the new Thorfire HL1501 headlamp. I classify this as a budget headlamp for those of us that don't have all the money in the world to spend. This thing rings in at about $19.99 on Amazon, has 5-star reviews across the board, and has some really cool features. It has 3 modes. High, low, or let me say them in order, low, high, and strobe. It has a light on the back for a locator. It has a 90-degree tilt feature built into the head of the flashlight, and something you don't see very often, a zoomable LED by lens. So let's take this thing out of the box and get up close and personal with it, because this is one well-made flashlight for $19.99. I think this would serve a lot of people very well, and I plan on using it a lot. This is just great. So let's open her up. Heck yeah, unboxing the Thorfire HL1501 headlamp. So here's the box she comes in. You can see mine got a little dinged up in shipping, but no biggie. I've got some batteries here, and of course the trusty scale in grams off to the side. Let's open her up. Alright, contents are pretty basic here. We get the headlamp, which we'll set to the side. I don't want to show you all the goodie yet. We get a "Are you happy with your purchase" card where you can write in or contact them. The order form, this has been provided by Thorfire, and the user manual. Alright, as always, the HL1501 is the correct name if I'm saying that wrong. As always, I'm going to run the instructions in front of the camera on high def. You guys can always pause this if you need to, so you can read through them at any time. And nothing on the other side. Alright. Let's get this out of the way. Now, first things I want to do is I want to weigh it in front of everyone so you know I haven't touched anything. So we have our trusty scale, have her in grams, and we're going to zero her out for the grams. If I can get it to 0. There we go. Alright, the headlamp is empty with no batteries. Lay her on here. This one says 140 grams. I'm going to take it off and throw it on here again. 137 grams. And then I'm going to add the 3 AA batteries. So we'll put these in the front here. About 170 grams. Hope you guys are satisfied with that. Mine says 168, but we won't argue about that. Okay, up close and personal with this thing. So first off, you get a 3-way adjustable headband. You can adjust the top, the side, and... well, actually, I guess it would say 2-way, since this goes all the way through. So you can just adjust your circumference and what comes over the top of your head. Here is the battery pack. Here's the LED thing I was mentioning earlier. I'll open that up to show you what it looks like. 3 AAAs, foam in the back. Here's the little LED and a diffuser lens. It's got a reinforced part for your ribbon. Some coils. Looks like that's got 1 twist in it. I could undo that. Got a ribbon holder here, goes into the top of the headlamp here. Button on the bottom, 90-degree up or down clicks. I'm going to click it all the way down, show you what it looks like on the inside. Then it'll click all the way up. The detents are very sturdy. Here is the smooth reflector, and you don't spin it, but by pulling out on it, you can actually zoom the LED, and if you look at the lens, you can see the lens working right there. So let's pop some batteries in this thing and shine her at the ground here. Open her up. I'm going to be using Rayovac batteries. A lot of these manuals, if you read the manual, slow motion again, it says that it can use any of the batteries from 1.2 volts to 1.5 volts. So depending on if you guys have rechargeables or what brand battery, you should be just fine. Make sure that clicks all the way closed till it's snug. It's got a pad on the back. And we're going to shine at the ground here. So I'm going to click it. Looks like we messed something up here. Probably was doing that by looking at the camera. I did. There we go. Alright, everybody makes mistakes. So we got mode 1, brighter, then SOS. Very clean SOS. I'm going to let it shine at the ground here, where you can see how smooth it is. Check that out. Little bit of darkness in the middle, but not too bad. Step up to high, and then come down close, and then the SOS. There we go. Okay, now up close and personal, I'm going to turn it back to high. Here we go. Zoomable. Check that out. Spot beam. Coming back up. Anything in the middle. Alright. Here's a little blinking red light I was telling you about on the back. This indicates that the flashlight is on. I'll turn it off and show you. Nothing. Back on. And she starts blinking. Diffuser lens works very well, and that should be very easy to see at night or in dark places. So let's shine this thing across the room and show you how the zoomable part works. Very cool. We have the salt lamp on so that the camera doesn't go completely black. Alright, mode 1, check that out. That is some wide area lighting right there. That's easily, at 15 feet, it's 15 feet across. So we're going to go up a mode. I think I missed it. There it is. There's this bright mode. Check that out. Very smooth. Let's see how I look. Looks like I have some good color retention. And then we'll go to SOS. I missed it. SOS. Alright, so once the flashlight is on, you have to click through. Alright, let's go back to high. Here's high. Now I'm going to hold this up close to the camera, and I'm going to slide the lens forward so you can see the intensity changing. Hopefully I can do this in slow motion. And boom. Super concentrated. Extremely bright. You should be able to see at least 100 meters with that at night. Very good color retention. Easy to adjust. So let's put this thing on my big noggin here, and we'll show you what it looks like when you're wearing it. I'll try and wear it with no cap, and then I'll put a cap on backwards with it. Alright, so let's put this thing on my big noggin here, and let's see how she looks on me. I'm sure she'll look pretty funny. So I'm going to try and adjust it to where it looks like it's somewhat hanging straight. Looks like I missed that by a smidge. There we go, hanging straight. So let's slide her on. Feels like it's got some nice padding. Oh man, looking good now. Alright, let's see. Left-handed, right-handed, easy. Very easy to find the button. The rubber has a nice rubber clicky feel. I'm going to rotate it down here from the side. So if you were camping and you wanted to read something, hope you guys can see that. Be very easy to read. Alright, I'm going to do a full rotation here where you can see the back of it blinking. That way you can tell it's on. You can see the locator. Then from this side and back around. Alright, up again. To zoom it, I'm going to actually look at the back wall here. I'm sure you guys will be able to see that. There we go on high, and I'll lean to the side. Easy to zoom. If I wanted to zoom up close, very easy. I'm trying to shine that on the camera because you see how bright my hands are. It's pretty bright. It's hurting my eyes a little bit. Very nice, very nice. Okay, let's see what it looks like with a hat on. I know a lot of people wear these with a backward hat, or you know, you got to have enough to go around your hard hat if you wear a hard hat when you go into like cave areas. So it might not be perfectly fit, but I'm going to wear the cap backwards. So I'm going to set the front and pull it down. Alright, here we are with the cap on. Unzoom it. Very nice. Fits pretty good. I'm sure I could do some final adjustments to take the tension off of it. It feels very stable. If that looks stupid, that is a good test though. That way you know it's not going to come off. Alright, so mode access. Once you have the light on, you can click through all three modes. If the light is off and you click back on, it always comes back in low. So I'm going to click it, leave it off for like 4 or 5 seconds. I'm going to click it back on. Back in the same mode. We want to cycle through all three. There we go. Now it doesn't appear on the camera. I'm looking at myself in the video frame here. It doesn't appear that there's a lot of difference in the high and low, but if I have the beam zoomed all the way in and I look at the back wall, hopefully you'll be able to tell a difference. 1, 2. It just about doubles in strength. The camera can't sense it, but I can. Alrighty. Man, please. Well, if you guys are looking for a budget headlamp for 20 bucks or less, this thing is a great contender. You get a lot of adjustment, so you get the tilt without having to move anything of the frame. You also get the zoomable lens. It's got great color to it, and there are no published run times on this. I'll have to look up some run times, see if I can put that in the description, but with 3 AAA batteries, this thing ought to be able to get many hours of runtime at that large a brightness, or that great a brightness. The ribbon on it, I don't know how some of y'all feel about a ribbon. I guess if you were going to go like ride 4-wheelers or something, maybe one of the low pro headlamps would be better that doesn't have a ribbon. It's all contained in the front. But if you're looking for longer run time and you want that extended battery pack, you got to put it in the back to keep the weight down in the front. So if you're worried about that, it might not be for you. But if you're just looking for a great budget headlamp with a ton of light, check out this new Thorfire. This thing seems to be a real contender, and I'm happy to give it a review and a look through. All right, you guys have a great one. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll look forward to hearing from you. Y'all have a great one.